Hello everyone, in this video let's discuss how to fill up the forms. Okay, so in order to do that, first you will need to visit the website. The website address is ddusy.arunachal.in. okay, once you put in the website address, this page will load up. This is the landing page here. Okay, you can see the menu right on the top right top hand corner. So you click on the menu here. First thing you need to do is you need to register an account, because if you do not register an account, you cannot fill out the form. So first thing you do is register an account. So we click on register. The registration form will open up. This is how it is. Okay, so you enter all your details here. So just very quickly enter your name here, email address, a working email address. Okay, this email address is required because right after you fill up this form, you will get an activation email link in your email. You'll have to click that link. After you click that link, then only your account gets activated. Then after that, you will receive your user ID and password in your email address. Okay, so make sure you use the right email address, a phone number, because in case of emergencies, the DPOs might need to contact you. Sometimes you might not read your email, so in case of emergency, your phone number is required. You come and enter your user ID here and your password. Okay, so for user ID, just make sure if your name is Tenzin, you use it as Tenzin, okay, not as David, because it might contradict, right? So you're using a different name and a different user name, like, so while tracking or managing your application, we do not want to confuse the ones who are managing your application. Okay, so just make sure you use the username as your name, related to your name. Okay, so and the password, make sure you use a combination of letters. Make it strong, like, not at least medium password, a combination of letters, capital letters, symbols. Okay, and make sure at least medium. Okay, you can also use a weak password, but I wouldn't recommend you using a weak password. So I'll go ahead and just fill up the form. Okay, so I filled up my form here. I've just used a demo name, Chimidrema, email, a working email. Okay, just reminding you, make sure you use a working email address, because that's where all the notifications will be sent. Phone number, username, password, a combination of letters, symbols. Okay, just make sure it is at least medium. You can also use weak password, but I wouldn't recommend. After that, you click on submit. Okay, once you submit, you just update this. You just always save it. If you get a pop-up, you just save it if it's your private PC or device. Okay, this is registration was successful. Your account is almost ready. In order to activate your account, please check your email inbox or junk folder. Sometimes what happens is it comes to your email inbox, but also sometimes if you do not see that in your inbox, just check your junk folder. It might end up there, because sometimes Google does that. We do not know why, but it does that. And click on the activation link in the email. First step is click on the activation link in the email to activate your account. Once you click on the activation link, after that automatically you will receive another email with your ID and password. Okay, so let's go and check our email inbox. So this is the email I've used. So let's see inbox. See, you can see 2 emails came in, right? So this activate your account. First you click on this. Okay, here Chimidrema, your account is almost ready. So in order to activate this, right, you'll have to click on this link. Just click, and once it's loads, right, it's fine. Okay, so it's clicked, right? So next is, then you got your login credentials. You can see here this Deen Dayal, you can see there, right, login credentials. Okay, so you come here, username is Chimidrema, password is, set the password you use at registration, and you can come and log in here. So you just click this and it will log in. It will take you to the login page. Since I auto saved it last time, so it's reflecting here. Okay, so just put in your math here. This is for your safety, and you'll log in. So once you log in, this is your dashboard. Just go through the important instructions, some very basic important instructions. This is the video that I'm right now making. You'll see this video here. Okay, here. And this is the link to the form. You click here, it'll take you to the form. So you can fill up the form directly. Okay, you select your district. Next is you can track your application from here. Okay, if you click on this, you can put your application ID here and you can just search it. Okay. Then it will display. Then these are the guidelines. This, please go through the guidelines. Okay, and these are the frequently asked questions. Click on this. Let's go through it completely. Okay, so we've done everything. This is your dashboard. So we'll go ahead and fill up the form. Okay, so click here, it'll take you to the form. So I just want to show you if you were not registered and what actually happens if you click on this. I'll copy this URL. Okay, this is the URL and I click here. See, same thing, incognito tab. See, you cannot fill it up unless you log in. Okay, and if you're not registered, you'll also get a link here, but unless and until you log in, you cannot fill up the form. Okay, so I'm just going to close this incognito tab. Okay, so what you have to do, the first step is you come and select your district. So for demo purposes, I'm going to come and select Anjao because I'm going to apply from Anjao district and my application will be processed at Anjao. Okay, so next step is step number 2. You come and select the name of the block. If I'm not name of the block, Hayulia. I'm not sure if this is a block, but for demo purposes, I will use this as a block. Category women. Yes, if you're a woman, you can click here. Yes, no. Okay, I'm going to click as women. Name of the entrepreneur, Shimi, Drema, father's name. Is this a joint venture? If this is a joint venture, you will have to mention the name of your partners. If no, just click on no. And address for correspondence. Just put in your full address here. Okay, so it might be village. I don't know, village. What? I'm not sure whether this village is in correct village, but for demo purpose, I'll just use the demo address. Block. Sorry. Block. Permanent address, mention the Arunachal Pradesh, and just going to copy and paste this here just to make it quickly. Business location, is it owned or rented? Okay, if it's rented, you come and put in your rent amount here. Then this is very important, which sector are you applying for? Okay, you have 7 sectors here, food processing units. So in this case, I will apply for homestay. Okay, ecotourism and homestay. Detail of the proposed activity you will have to mention here. Homestay, just mention more details if you can. Okay, homestay and other details. Total project cost, I will give this total project cost as 20 lakh rupees. Okay. Next, so enter your date of birth here. Select the year, then you just choose your month, just choose any random number, mention your highest qualification here. Okay, so and year of passing, you just go and select, I think, marital status. If you're married, yes, no. If it's no, then it won't ask you for the number of children, but if it's yes, then you'll have to enter your children, the number of children. No. Mobile number, just enter mobile number. PAN number, Aadhaar number. Just make sure after the 4 digits, right, you enter a dash because that will look better. So email address, enter your email address which you used at registration, right, during the time of registration. Okay, this is a demo email. I just need to double cross check if this email is correct. 55403. Perfect. Okay, because here the notifications will be sent regarding the update to your form. Like every time your application is processed from one officer to the other, you will get email notification. So this is details of family member excluding applicant, excluding yourself. So I'm going to give my sister's name, maybe use as Tenzin. Okay, relationship, sister, and year, qualification. You can just add anything. DC office, DC, annual income, just add a random number. And if you so this one, and if you have more details to add, right, there's this plus button here. Always remember, if you click this plus button, you can add more family members names, okay. And if you want to delete it, just click on the minus button. This is very important. Some of you might miss this, so click on the plus if you want to add more, and minus if you want to minimize or reduce it, okay. This is fine. For demo purpose, I'm just going to use one family member. Property and bank details, type of house, kacha or pakka, number of rooms, just give yes, correction, yes, mobile, 4-wheeler, and metallic road, yes, okay. Agricultural land, type nil in the box if you don't have property. Just you don't have, so I'm just going to type nil, no looms, null. Total investment, since there is no agricultural land or looms, I'm just going to type it as nil. Total investment at the unit. Name of the bank, State Bank of India. Branch, I'm going to give it as Hayulia, okay. Whether other linked, yes or no. Account number, enter your account number here, and the number of saving banks account in the family, 2 accounts. Fine. Bank balance of the primary beneficiary, that is your bank balance. I'm going to add a random number for this purpose, and if you have a fixed deposit, mention here, okay. So if you don't have a fixed deposit, since this is a numerical value field, right, it will not accept text. So if you do not have fixed deposit, just mention 0, okay. Fine. So click on the next button. So have you availed loan from any bank? If you click yes, you will have to mention all the liabilities, existing liabilities, advance loans of the family, of if any. Name of the bank, purpose of loan, XDFC, housing, for example purposes, amount of loan availed, year of availing loan, present outstanding, security offered, and entire amount when it will be repaid. Just mention the year. And similarly, if you have more existing liabilities, just click on the plus. If you don't have, just click on the minus, okay. So I'm going to, since I do not have any loan from the bank, I'm just going to click no. But if you have, you have to click on the yes radio button and just fill up the forms, okay. So next, so do you have any income from agriculture? If you click yes, then you will have to mention all the details here. Similarly, you can mention the crops loan here, okay, by clicking on the plus button. And if you want to minimize it or reduce the number, then click on the minus button. Similarly, and is there any agriculture processing units in your area? If you click yes, then you'll have to mention the name of the processing unit, the location, and the distance from your place, okay. Fine. So I'm just going to click no income from agriculture right now. Fine. So this is the next step. So this is step number 5. Any other business, shop, servicing, manufacturing in the family. If you click yes, then you will have to mention the type of business. Example, departmental store, how many units, 1 unit, year of establishment, total investment, number of employees including family members, average expenditure per month, average profit per month, okay. Number of employees including family is if your family members are working in the business. So I'm going to click no here. Total income from family, from all resources, from businesses, from your work related, everything, okay. Just for demo purposes, I'm just putting a random number, but you make sure you calculate the income from all resources correctly and enter the details here, okay. And we have details of security guarantor in case the loan is sanctioned by the bank. What security guarantee are you proposing, okay. So particulars of primary security offered is, I will give it as building, collateral security gold, just mention in detail, okay. Name and address of the guarantor, name, address is this, address, occupation and income of the guarantor, government employee, and stop, and just income, just write like this, income, rupees, okay, this, okay. Why have you proposed the said activity? From where you got the idea? From friends. Okay, have you ever worked in this field? Yes, no, 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 no. This is there won't be any options dropping down. Just yes or no. It's just asking for yes or no. Okay, this for me. I'm just going to give this as yes, and then the other one as no. Okay, number and nature. Number of years, nature of experience of the applicant or family members in similar activity for which the loan is applied. Number of years of experience, right? So I'll just give it as 4 years. And nature of experience of the applicant or family members. 4 years running homestay. Name XYZ. Okay, now we are done with step number 5. This is a multi-step form. So click on the next button. Okay, something very important here. Okay, so what you were watching is the last year's video, the tutorial video. So I'm just adding this portion in. Okay, so last year में क्या होता था कि there were 70% of the applicants were making mistakes in this step. This is the 5th out of 8 step. Okay, so क्या करता था कि some of the mistakes were, for example, okay, where you purchase and hire, right? No, वो लोग क्या करता था कि they would just give a bogus trader's name, right? No? For example, they will give ABC Mumbai. Okay, so last में क्या होता था, if your form is accepted also, and banks लोग क्या करता है कि they will ask the bank details of this trader's name, ये business का ना. So अगर आपने कुछ झूठ मूठ में ऐसे नाम दे दिया वैसे, then it will become a problem, because क्या होता है कि सब्सिडी गवर्नमेंट डायरेक्टली ये अकाउंट में डाल देता है, ये लोग अकाउंट में ना. सो मेक श्योर where you purchase or hire, you just give the correct name. Okay, somebody you know, some business you know, and it's accessible, like easy accessible. For example, same here also, transport vehicle where you buy, just put in the correct name. Okay, क्योंकि ये लोग पूछेगा, just don't put झूठ मूठ में जो भी डाल दो, रिजेक्ट हो जाएगा, प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा बाद में ना. Secondly, just one thing very important, I just want you guys to go read the guidelines. Guidelines क्या होता है कि इधर होता है. Okay, just click on this, it will open a new tab. Okay, this is about the total project cost. Okay, for example, okay, this for example purposes, I'm just going to take a 50 lakh project, but very important, आप लोग सब ना ये guidelines को अच्छा से पढ़ो. Okay, before filling up the form, so that you know what you're doing here. Okay, क्या होता है कि you put so much of effort, but क्या करता है कि they don't read what's here. You know, this is very very important. Okay, just read everything. And something very important here is about the total project cost. Okay, so total project cost, for example, हम लोग लेगा 50 lakhs का project है आपके पास. It should not exceed 51 lakhs. It should be under 50 lakhs. Okay, अगर आपको प्रोजेक्ट 15 लाख हो, 1 लाख से भी 1 लाख भी ज़्यादा होने से it will automatically get rejected, because as per the guidelines it's only up to 50 lakhs का project है. Okay, 50 lakhs का project can be anywhere from 10 to 50 lakhs. Okay, so and secondly, total project cost में आदमी लोग पूरा गलती कर रहा था. Okay, if you take a look at this, okay, you can see 40% front end subsidy है. Then the loan component from the bank will be 30 to 50% of the project cost, and finally आपको खुद को contribution should at least be 10 to 30%. Okay, so let's, for example purpose, just take a 50 lakh project. क्या होता है कि subsidy is fixed at 40%. 50 lakhs का 40% क्या होता है कि 50% का 40% 50 lakhs ka, it will be 20 lakhs na. Okay, 40% 20 lakhs. This is the fixed subsidy which the government will allocate to you. Okay, or the business from wherever you're buying the stuff. And secondly, 40% हो गया. And secondly, loan component should be at least 30 to 50 of the total project cost. Okay, so 30 to 50. If you want less loan from the bank, all this, लेकिन एक चीज समझना चाहिए, subsidy, loan and own contribution, all this is part of the total project cost. So ये होना ही पड़ेगा. Like you cannot say I don't want loan, I just want the subsidy. ऐसे नहीं होता है. So loan, if you have enough cash with you or bank balance, you can just take the least loan. This is the least amount is 30%. Okay, so आप 30% लेने से क्या होता है कि it will be 15 lakhs. Okay, and 40% हो गया and 30% हो गया, that is 70%. So remaining is 30%. So that will automatically become your own contribution. Okay, for example, let's scroll down. So 50 lakhs का project है, मैंने 50 lakhs का project है, subsidy is fixed at 40%. So this is your subsidy. And आपका own contribution, and आपका loan बैंक से कितना ले रहा है, it can be anywhere from 30 to 50%. I'm stressing on this because सब लोग इसमें गलती कर रहे हैं. It can be anywhere between from 30 to 50%. Okay, so for example purposes 30% मैंने लिया, it's 15 lakhs. So 40 plus 30 is equal to 70. So बाकी बच गया 30%. So that will automatically become your own contribution. Okay, and own contribution 15 lakhs. So the total project cost when you calculate 20 lakhs plus 15 lakhs is the loan amount and 15 lakhs is the own contribution is equal to 50 lakhs. Okay, this is how it should be done. So इससे भी ज़्यादा नहीं होना है, right? No, it shouldn't be more than 50 lakhs. If it's more than 50 lakhs, any project cost more than 50 lakhs will be directly rejected. Okay, and one more thing, let me show you. Okay, so form बना रहा है. Okay, and one more very important thing is land and building will be excluded from the total project cost. इसमें गिना नहीं जाएगा because they just want to know about your assets. Okay, so an example here, live example. So land is 2 acres, approx value is 40 lakhs. Okay, ठीक है. Now investments in plants and machineries, कितना units ले रहे हो? Investments, plants and machineries are given as 10 units, and approx value is 30 lakhs. कहाँ से ले रहे हैं? Put in the correct name. Then construction of building कितना unit? 1 unit. Then transport vehicles मैंने 1 unit लिया, 18 lakhs का है. Iconic Mahindra कौन से ले रहे हैं? And laborers, like 20 laborers, 5 lakhs. And other miscellaneous expenditures. If you do not have any miscellaneous expenditures, just write them. If you have, just put in here. Okay. Then these are the other required information. Market population कितना आपका एरिया में है. Just to make sure all this information that you're filling up, the department actually wants to know that your business will be profitable, like it's so that once it's profitable you can also generate employment, you can grow bigger. So that's why they want to know that your business can be profitable, and the total cost for setting up the unit you can see here is 50 lakhs. So this is a mistake here. Okay, so it shouldn't cross, it's 53 lakhs. It shouldn't cross, like I said before, it shouldn't cross 50 lakhs. So मैंने यहाँ में गलती किया, and okay, so गलती किया 40. Okay, this is not 30 lakhs, 48. Okay, let me reduce this cost. Okay, let me reduce this cost by 3 lakhs. Okay, 2 lakhs डाल दिया ना, so it will auto calculate correctly ना 50 lakh का project है total cost for setting up the unit. So it shouldn't be more, it should always match your total project cost. Okay, so make sure. And details. Okay, one more thing people get confused is, okay, मैंने यहाँ डाल दिया investments in plants and machinery, लेकिन I did not get the option to include the details. What you can do is you can come and put it here. Okay, just click the plus button and put all the details here. Okay, and that's it. Okay, the rest just keep following the video. Okay, this is just in case if it's not sufficient, you just mention here I will arrange from family members. Okay. Mention the loan amount, how much loan you're applying for. 40 lakhs. Okay. Details of machinery equipment to be purchased. Any machineries and equipment for homestay. What machinery will I require? A lawn mower. Whether locally available or imported. Locally available. Cost of machinery, equipment in rupees, and this put it as 30,000. So I purchase Assam. Approx time to provide 20 days. So if you have any other machinery or equipments to be purchased, you just come and add them here. Okay, by clicking on the plus button. So this is the expected cost and income. Working capital expenditure for the first year. So you need to calculate this. For now, for demo purposes, I'm just going to enter random numbers, but make sure, since you are the businessman or the entrepreneur, you know your business very well, so please do a proper calculation and put them here, because you will be asked about this in the interview. Do not do what I'm doing, because this is just for demo purposes, okay? Make sure you enter the right numbers, because the same thing will be asked in the interview, okay? So you enter working capital expenditure, gross income per year, gross expenditure per year, and net income. You enter all those details, then you click on the next button. Okay, this is a very long video, but I just want you guys to stay with me. This is the final checklist of documents to be attached. Like I said before, if first proof of identity is Aadhaar. So when you upload your documents, right, make sure you rename them properly, like Aadhaar, address proof, bank certificate, concept paper, proof of business, ST certificate. Okay? For this purpose, I'm just using screenshots, but I've renamed them properly. But when you're uploading your documents, right, make sure they are under, like, 100 KB or 200 KB, and make sure you rename them properly. But the maximum file size is 1 MB. We given 1 MB, we might reduce it anytime later, but make sure it's renamed correctly. So this is Aadhaar card. If you want to upload the back side of the Aadhaar card, you can upload the back side, but rename it as Aadhaar front, then Aadhaar back. Okay, now I'll just select one. Then proof of residence, address proof, proof of business address, okay, no due certificate from Apex Bank, bank certificate, and documents to establish whether you belong to ST category, ST certificate, and concept note, not more than 3 pages. If you have a DPR, then you will have to submit it at the time of district level screening committee meeting interview. Okay, so now it's just concept paper, not more than 3 pages. Okay, and the maximum file size is 1 MB. Make sure, even if those 3 pages are above 1 MB, you can always Google online, like, compress PDF. You'll get, there are so many tools to compress your PDF. You can compress them and you can come back and upload them here. Okay, so you just everything, checklist your documents. So we click on the next. So this is a summary of your form. Like, you can just go through the whole thing, just in case you find anything is wrong here. Okay, anything you uploaded wrong, you can just go to previous. Again, you can go back to previous, and if you put any wrong information here, so for example, instead of 2 acres you put 1, so I came here, corrected it, then I will go to the next, click next. Where did we correct? 2 acres land, right? 2 acres. Okay, land record for setting up the unit, 2 acres. So fine, this is, everything is fine now, and then you click on the submit button. So once you click on the submit button, you will also get an email notification stating that your application has been received, along with the application ID. So you can use that application ID to track the progress of your application. So see, once you're, so this is sent, this is the confirmation message, this is the application ID. You can just keep it and use it for future purpose, like you can track your application. And please check your email for more information. So we will go back and check our email. Okay, so let's go here. See, you can see that there is an email, and this is receipt and application ID. Okay, see, you can also keep this email, getting your ID, email application ID here. Then you can also track by just visiting here. Okay, track application. What was this? 303, right? So this is the name, your name, district, and which sector you applied for, right? and current status is document verification, which is done by the DPO of your district. Okay, so every time the application moves, this status will change here. Okay, so this is how you track your application. And that's it for now. Any other doubts or questions that you have, you can always email or call on this number below, like, I will show you, it's there in the landing page, or you can just WhatsApp anytime. I would recommend you guys to WhatsApp, but anytime you can. The email addresses are here, phone numbers are here. But if you have any query regarding the form, right, like while filling it up, just WhatsApp. And later, if you have any other more queries, if you want to contact the department, this is their phone number and this is their email address. Okay, you can also drop in a message here and we will get back. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you. It's been a very long video, but if you just go through this video, it will help you to fill your forms better. Okay, so that's it for now. All the best.